Oh boy. If you just do it, it'll turn out okay. Hey guys, it's me and Snick here today. I want to start this a little early if we're doing this right, but I found this article on the. I was watching YouTube videos before earlier, well, about 5 minutes ago, and I found a link to something on the video. I want to talk about it. Don't know if it's true or not, or if it's a fake thing, but it's from YouTube. It's a hashtag called Save the Internet. It says Article 13 could create enormous unintended consequences for everyone. We come together for a better solution. It says, what is Article 13? Article 13 is part of the new European Union copyright directive that is intended to protect creativity, but it could have unintended consequences that would dramatically change the framework that allows services like YouTube to host content from creators. In practice, it could force platforms to prioritize content from only a small number of large companies that can stand behind their copyright clearance programs. It would be too risky for sites to host content from smaller original content creators because the sites would now be directly liable for that content. This would dramatically change the web as we know it and would mean less content could be seen and shared or enjoyed in Europe. I don't know if that this affects Europe. I don't know if it's a Europe thing or all over YouTube thing.
I mean, well, a lot of content creators they live in the UK, so it would massively affect quite a few of the big ones. Including goddamn Pewds himself, because don't forget, he lives in the UK. And he's still the biggest guy on YouTube, even though YouTube doesn't sponsor him anymore.
I know it was a UK. I know it was a European. I know it was a UKer.
What? No, European Union. That's all of Europe. But then again, even though the UK has the whole Brexit thing going on, they're still part of the European Union right now, so it would affect them too.
Let's see, what are the unintended consequences? See. Article 13, as written, threatens to shut down the ability of millions to upload content to platforms like YouTube. It could put hundreds of thousands of jobs at risk. I guess people have YouTube jobs, I guess, including those of European creators, businesses, artists, and the people they employ. European viewers are also at risk of losing access to billions of European viewers are also at risk of losing access to billions of videos from creators from all over the world, including the content that's already live. This includes YouTube's incredible video library of educational content, such as language classes, physical tutorials, and other how-tos. Europeans will be cut off from the latest cultural moments from being created and shared on the internet. Again, I don't know if like I said, European is a big thing, but I don't know if it affects us too over in the United States. If all of YouTube will be going to be shut down, is YouTube a European thing or an American thing?
No, YouTube is an American company. From what you just described, it seems the only way this would affect everyone is the fact that a lot of European creators would not be seen by anybody worldwide.
Unless they're like a big name already.
I mean, I said in another podcast episode, I mean, people that really like YouTube need to fight for it, so that it doesn't end up like that, but I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not really interested in watching people on YouTube. And truth is, I gave it another try today. Not with European creators. I gave it another try, but some of the only video types I enjoy, I just hate when people have biases towards something. And I just don't. And I just don't like watching stuff like.
I like
my dog.
I like educational stuff. I watch a lot of educational videos, like science
Well,
videos.
the thing with educational videos is that if you're going to make a video purely educational, you need to do it from a neutral perspective where you neither support nor go against what happens. You just simply state the facts. But a lot of people on YouTube, I notice, push their own personal opinion into this stuff, and if I don't agree with their opinion, then, I mean, it's good they have their own opinion, but if I don't agree with it, then I don't really like watching it, especially when they have a lot of differing opinions from me. If they're able to put a good spin, like, it depends on how much charisma they have and how much I otherwise find them interesting to watch. And let's just say very few people carry that distinction. For me, at least.
It says, let's come together for a better solution, apparently. We want to work together with lawmakers on a better way forward. The exact language for Article 13 is still being determined. It's critical to get this right. Speak up now, as this decision may be finalized by the end of the year. Make sure your voice is heard. So I don't think we can do anything effective. I think, like I said, this is a Europe thing. I don't know if it's the. That's all I know so far. So you don't think it'll affect us over here, or do you think it will affect us over here?
The European Union, the laws they pass have nothing to do with America. The only way it's going to affect America is that if a lot of European content creators get shut down, then us Americans couldn't enjoy them. Because let's face it, censorship laws are not global. Every country has their own laws. Like, let's just say a lot of violent games that are M-rated, lots of blood and guts everywhere, lots of those games get banned in other countries.
True.
But then not in the U.S. This is a fruitless cause.
Okay, Brandon's at the hospital with his Nana.
Oh, fuck.
So prayers out to him.
Most certainly. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Thinking of you, Brandon.
What?
So,
Thinking of you?
yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Uh.
Mm. Oh. So I was hoping I get the others' opinions on this.
Okay.
I guess they're not available.
I mean, I've stated that I don't really watch that many people on YouTube, but it doesn't. So it doesn't really affect me. But still, I know there's obviously millions and millions, if not billions, of people that do love watching videos without whatever this thing threatens to do. So if you really enjoy watching videos without any kind of censorship or creators disappearing, then you gotta support it. The cause, the hashtag.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, you think it's a real thing, or you think it's a?
I don't know. I haven't heard about this until now.
Neither did I. I heard about like 20 minutes ago. So, yeah. Well, also, Brandon can talk about his thing, but apparently, I can talk about for him, I guess. Apparently, there's issues with Prime and Amazon deliveries. And
Amazon Prime, yeah. Well, first of all, before I talk about Prime, I wanted to fully describe what I meant about me trying out other YouTube videos today. I came across a guy that talked about the Resident Evil remake and compared it with the original and all that. And I don't want to say he got a fact wrong, but he pushed an opinion that I honestly think makes no sense.
Like what?
He claimed that he loved how the remake put in Lisa Trevor, like the mutant girl that stalks you at some points in the game. And he claimed his reasoning was that I like how her being there is so disconnected from the rest of the timeline, because the timeline is so crazy. And you know why I don't get that?
How?
That girl is central to how the freaking zombie virus and several other of the freaking viruses were created in the series. She was one of the original test subjects of the progenitor virus that would later become the T virus, the zombie virus, that is. And she ended up giving birth to a prototype form of the G virus that was in Resident Evil 2. So to say that she's so disconnected from the rest of the series timeline, in my personal opinion, that's actually very idiotic. To think that that's what that is. But that's the way I see it, because I've played all the games. I know the whole series timeline. See, I don't like when people on YouTube say stuff like that because, I don't know, I guess I'm just passionate about stuff. Think of me as a historian.
Yeah?
Like a historian that absolutely hates when something is misrepresented. Like how historians tear apart Hollywood movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mainly watch YouTube to laugh, mainly to laugh, because sometimes I need to laugh. With my anxiety and depression, I just need to laugh sometimes. Find humor and stuff. And I also like to learn stuff, so I like educational stuff. Like, I don't know if I watch any European creators though. No, actually I do. I do watch the European creators. I watch the Cultaholics, Wrestle Talk, the Europeaners. So yeah, but I like the Sci Show and stuff about history, like extra credit history, and other stuff. Yeah, I like. I also like.
I mean, I don't know. There's just very few. Well, then again, nowadays it's very difficult for someone to get me to laugh. Like, a lot of R-rated comedies do not do it for me anymore.
I don't watch R-rated comedies. I just watch.
Well, R-rated, pretty much almost all live-action comedies, whether they're for families or they're for adults, they just do not do it for me anymore. Like, and I can't even explain why. Like, it's just, I feel like I've seen everything there is to see. Probably the only thing, one of the only kinds of humor that gets me anymore is when I'm watching stuff I watched as a kid, and I find all the hidden adult humor they put in.
Like stuff you didn't see before?
Yeah, and even on repeat viewings, they'll still get me because, it has a charm to it. Whereas with other live-action comedies, like sitcoms especially, I don't really like that much. Probably the only sitcom that I still will watch is I Love Lucy, only because of how timeless it is.
I've seen a few episodes. I only watched it at Christmas time, the Christmas episode of that.
Mm.
My mom likes it, or liked it. So yeah.
Well, my gram watched it when it was brand new. She would always walk to a friend's house to see it. Ironically, anytime I wanted to put or my mom wanted to put on the DVDs, my gram would always frickin' express disinterest, probably because she had seen it so many times.
But yeah, like I said, for YouTube, I like a variety of things. I don't like one. I maybe not throwing down on it because I like different things. I like variety of things. I don't like. So what's this about Prime now?
Amazon Prime?
Being
Well, Brandon was complaining that he used Amazon Prime to get an item delivered to his house in 2 days. It's been more than 2 days, and it's not there.
And the thing he's talking on the Skype chat, he was talking about, like if they're doing Uber delivery or something like that, or DoorDash, whatever.
I don't know.
You read what it said. What he said. Gee. So he said, "Oh, great! Doing some more research into Amazon US, I just found out that they're pretty much DoorDash Uber. They people in unmarked cars come in non-professional clothes, try to deliver your packages. This is just plain bullshit. And in fact, now that I know that I'll never be using Amazon Prime for my shit ever again."
Brandon said that?
Yeah, in the Skype chat earlier today.
mean, thing is, there's been a lot of reports of people ordering items for free 2-day shipping, and then it takes more than 2 days to deliver. Not to mention, Amazon Prime got a price hike. Now it's $120 a year versus $100. And I'll say this, Amazon Prime Video, their library is shit. Supposedly they have a few original series that are good, but their acquired programming is, I would say, next to non-existent. Like, not one single thing I like is on there, versus Netflix and Hulu having some stuff. Not to mention, Netflix, when it comes to their original programming, they have probably the biggest variety there is. Amazon just focuses on stupid sitcoms, and Hulu does more live action shows, but with not sure what else they do. But yeah, like Hulu and Amazon tend to focus on one certain thing, whereas Netflix is doing like a wide variety of stuff. So like there's more of a chance for something I like to pop up.
I just like only thing I like about Hulu better than Netflix is you don't have to wait for the whole season to drop before you can watch a show. You can watch it the day after it airs. For the show they have, at least.
Hmm.
That's the only problem I have with Netflix is I have to wait till the end of the season to watch anything if I want to watch an episode of it, unless I'm watching it. I don't have TV anymore, really, so.
Well, the whole thing is, Amazon also removed other features, like they got rid of a 20% discount on pre-ordering games.
Whoa. Yeah, you said you don't use them anymore. You use Brandon said somebody said they use eBay now. Is that you or Brandon?
No, Brandon said he uses eBay.
What do you use to deliver stuff now?
In my sister has an Amazon Prime account, but really I haven't ordered anything in a while, so I couldn't say.
Hold on. There. So what do you? So is the topic. So last night we had movie night. The Talking Time Gang had a movie night last night. What was your opinion of it?
I mean, obviously it's Spider-Man Homecoming. It was fine.
I mean, the experience itself.
I liked seeing everybody's reactions. It was as if I was going to the movie. Part of the reason I don't go to the movies anymore, in fact, I wrote down some reason, because the thing is, compared to last year, I went to less than half of the amount of movies I went to last year, and that's only because last year I just liked going to the movies as a weekend tradition. You know, get out of the house, go do something. But then gradually I got sick of seeing movies that I really did not need to go to the theater to see. which reached its breaking point with Molly's Game, a movie I really hated at the beginning of this year. And not helping matters is that 9 times out of 10 when I went to the movie theater, it was by myself. And the thing about going to the movies is that it's kind of meant to be a social outing, as well as going to see maybe a good movie or two. So going by myself, like, I kind of got sick of doing that.
Yeah, it's boring by yourself. Some good movies is boring by yourself sometimes. Yeah, I liked it last night. It was fun. We had like a slow start because Adam's thing crashed. His PlayStation thing. So the host of it couldn't stay for the whole thing. Jesse was hosting it and he couldn't stay for it because he had a bedtime. I'll call you back. Alright, so he's dead silent. Let's see, gotta talk to somebody that's more active. Alright, where is... I just had a second ago. I hate when I lose stuff.
That's Lamont. Yo, what's up, Lamonty?
Hey, so what are your opinion? Did you hear about this thing on YouTube?
Hold on a sec, man. I gotta turn my music down. Why the fuck is that music so? Maybe you're just not that loud. Let me. Yeah, you're not that loud.
Yeah, he's not that loud.
I got you though. Don't worry about it. I turn you up. What's up, man?
I was wondering. I was doing a thing, episode, and I found out this thing on YouTube. Did you hear about it?
Yo, what is it? Sorry, someone just gave me some bits of chat. Exile, thanks for the bits, man. Welcome to the Zigzag Crew. What were you saying, Lamont? What's on YouTube? What's going on YouTube, man? My brain's going really fast. You can't stop it right now. What is it?
Apparently, there's an article on YouTube called hashtag Save the Internet. Apparently, YouTube is being might be being shut down in Europe.
Good for him. Maybe it'll wake him up.
Good for you. Good for Europeans. Well, I'm not one of those.
YouTube's become like a corporate entity when it used to be like a player for the people, but now it's just like this. Whoever spends the most, whatever company spends the most money can get their videos up on the top of the list.
Yeah, apparently, the small-time YouTubers might be kicked off, or you might be no more YouTube in Europe at all. I'll link you the article real fast.
If
Well-
YouTube becomes like a Netflix or something, I'm gonna be really mad.
I mean, it's close now. It's just it was supposed to be for the people.
I mean, I can still watch small.
they're basically taking the U out of YouTube. You understand? Like that's what I've heard a lot.
What? So it's just like
It's corporate tube.
it's just tube now.
Yeah, I gotta go for a minute.
Like
Girlfriend told me. No. Shut up.
Jug, where'd you get it? Okay.
More people are on right now. God, where's everybody? I need them to be. Ugh. Oh, hello. Oh, see what the YouTube is lagging. Again. Oh, it's, I guess now, see they have opinions. Gotta... Copy... Control V. Oop, right. Awesome. Right. Okay. Maybe try one more time per person. Yeah, to end this soon because now it's just dead air. Alright, let's do the Discord thing. Let's see, where is it there? Ugh, damn it. Come on, Discord, work for me.
Hello.
Hey, so did you hear about this thing on YouTube?
Which thing?
I'll send you the link to it. I've been talking about it today. apparently, according to this, if it's true, the YouTube might be ending in Europe. Apparently.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this Europe affects or affects. Oh, it's over here too.
Well, it's just Europe. It's EU copyright law would not affect us.
Do you watch anybody in Europe?
Do I what?
Do you watch any YouTubers from Europe?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. A lot of them. I'm actually reading up more about it.
Yeah, I found out about like about half hour ago myself.
Now, I don't entirely oppose what they're trying to do. I mean, from what I am reading, and these are from people who are anti Article 13. It seems pretty negatively.
So you think it's whatever it is? I'm not sure. So you read more about it? Do you know more about it now?
Yeah. Actually, there are two articles that they're against, Article 11 and Article 13. I mean, yeah, it could be negative, but I mean, I don't. I see what they're trying to do with it, but I guess it could be abused somewhat.
So, just Daniel in chat says, yes, it's very horrible because all of the platforms are going to fall. Everything will be very boring.
Yeah, I don't know how many times things have changed and people have said that. How many times have they come across YouTube and been like, "Oh, YouTube's, changing its terms of service, and it's going to be the end of YouTube," and YouTube doesn't die. I mean, if this is as like terrible as a lot of the news articles are trying to make it, or as YouTube is trying to make it sound, then this is going up for vote. The people are going to vote it down.
Yeah.
But I understand what they're trying to do. I mean, Article 11, Article 12, and Article 13 of the Directive on Copyright, which is what this is all about. It's a vote on the Directive of Copyright from the European Union, is to limit how copyrighted content is shared on online platforms.
Is this similar to that SOPA thing from a few years ago over in the world?
No. Now, I know all about SOPA. No, this is an attempt because I watch a lot of British television. I love British television, but BBC America doesn't actually carry the shows that I like at all. I like shows like Blackadder and Mock the Week and Big Fat Quiz Show of the Year and just a shit ton of British shows, and I watch them on YouTube. Because that's the only place I can really find them. Full episodes on YouTube. And these are not posted by the copyright holders. These are posted by people sharing full episodes of this. And it's all over YouTube. It's not stopped. It's not been blocked. It's not been taken down. I mean, there are YouTube channels completely dedicated to these shows. Let me find one of the YouTube channels. There we go. I mean, this guy's got 30,000 subscribers. His views get, close to 30,000, views per video. He's got, God, I'm not even going to be able to count all of these videos, but I'll just, let me link you the channel in Discord so you could see his channel list.
All right.
All of these shows are copyrighted shows. They're owned by the TV station. And you can see he's getting a shit ton of views per video.
Yeah. So he's just reposting the shows on his channel. Oh.
Now this is copyrighted material that's not stopped. And this has been going on, let's see how long his channel's been. He's been posting videos for 3 years. Copyrighted material that hasn't been stopped.
That's weird. That's weird. When I posted something like a top 10 list, just using some songs, I get copyrighted.
Well, we're posting from America. They're posting from Europe.
All right.
The rules of the platform are different. There are times where I don't know about yourself, but if you go looking for certain videos and you'll try to play it on YouTube, it will say you're not allowed to view this video in your region.
Yeah, I've had that before.
For whatever reason, YouTube does not allow you to view that here in the United States. Maybe because it's copyrighted in a European nation. I don't know. I do not know why it is blocked, but it is. Because here in the States, me watching it here in the States, YouTube is bound by U.S. law. Over in Europe, YouTube is bound by European law. It may be a little bit easier for them to get away with these things. They're not going to enforce things over in Europe as much as they do here in the States. Because they don't have the law breathing down on them. I mean, hell, here recently, Facebook came under attack because of terribly racist and bigoted posts and conversations about violence towards, and genocide towards ethnic groups over in Myanmar, Burma, was not being handled at all. Facebook wasn't blocking these. Facebook wasn't taking them down. They were completely allowed to just have all these terrible posts. Nobody was doing anything about it. Now, if I were to post something even, half as bad as what was going on over in Burma up on my Facebook, it's going to get flagged. It's going to get taken down. It's going to get stopped in its tracks. Nobody would even get to read the post. It would be stopped before I even posted it. Because Facebook is more restrictive about what you can put out there because of U.S. law. Over there, it's different, so they allow it to be done. What this directive on copyright is reading the directive. It's reading like an attempt to change the copyright rules for internet shit over in Europe. Now it can, I mean, absolutely could be abused. As with any new legislation, it could definitely be abused. But it's an attempt to, you know, even if they don't take the stuff down, to have all funds brought on by that copyrighted material to go to the actual people who deserve the money, as opposed to the people who are just posting shit and getting away with it.
Okay. So what was SOPA then?
SOPA was, God, if I remember correctly, because that was a while ago, that was an attempt to restrict the internet a little bit more. Not really like restrict the content that you could get, but it would open the door. There was a little policy hidden in there that would open the door for bandwidth throttling for your internet provider to be able to say, hey, Netflix, your service takes up a lot of bandwidth, and a lot of my customers are using your service, and thus it's using up a lot of bandwidth. We're going to charge you extra for our customers to have the best streaming quality we can give them, and if you don't pay, we're going to throttle speeds for your service.
Isn't that the same thing they talk about net neutrality too?
Yeah, net neutrality was tied up in the whole SOPA issue. Net neutrality was the big issue.
Yeah, I just didn't know if this would come back on us in the United States or just a European thing.
No, it's Europe's ruling. Now, I mean, it could have an impact on YouTube itself, because it would hold the service directly responsible if YouTube did not start stepping up its job in stopping people from posting copyrighted shit from Europe. It would open the door for YouTube to be sued and to be brought into violation of copyright law. Instead of saying that, you know, that link that I posted you, that person being persecuted for copyright infringement, YouTube itself would be attacked.
Yeah. I don't know why people just do that. It's so easy. Like when people do reviews, that they take a clip, you know, and talk about it. That's what they don't like post the whole video, like recopy the whole thing. That is blatantly stealing.
Well, if they're blatantly stealing, yes. But I mean, even with the reviews, even with, you know, people posting reviews on things, there are a lot of people who are just doing a terrible job at reviews. They're spending more time showing the content than they are actually giving a constructive review of something. And even those people should, you know, that should stop. It's like it's like with YouTube's new policy on being able to monetize your videos. A lot of people are like, well, that's shitty because, you know, I'm a starting out YouTuber. I don't have 4,000 subscribers. I don't have 1,000 views per video. How am I supposed to make any money at this? Well, how do you get to 4,000 subscribers? How do you get 1,000 views per video? Put out the best material possible. We're going to try to weed out the number of people who are just, you know, posting a video per week of shit. That's really terrible shit. and using clickbait in order to, to get as many hits so that their video gets a shit ton of freaking views, and they freaking flood it with a bunch of ads, and now they're making more money than somebody who's actually trying and putting in good effort to make videos, and their shit's getting lost in the sea of shit that's on YouTube because somebody's using clickbait and making crap material, and they're just pumping shit out. And that's all it is shit. Now, you know what? I watch a video that's clickbait, that's terrible material. I'll watch like maybe a minute of it and be like, all right, this is crap. I'm never watching any of their videos again. They don't get a subscriber from me. They don't get repeat views from me. They're going to have to change the quality of what they're putting out.
Yeah, it takes me a few viewings of a channel to subscribe to it nowadays.
And that kind of weeds out a lot of the terrible shit on YouTube. Now, of course, I've got my own personal opinion as to what's terrible and what's not. And that's, it's all open to interpretation. It's all personal opinion. But, it's going to weed out some of those people who use clickbait. It's going to weed out some of those people who use, who just flood the market with shit, who make terrible material and use, thumbnails just to get clicks, because that first ad still counts.
Yeah.
YouTube used to be less about its subscribers, less about, the views, more about click-throughs. Yeah. And they were like, hold on, we're pumping out all this money to people who are making really shitty material.
Yeah,
You're getting, most of your clicks are thumb downs. All the comments are nasty comments. We got to change our policy so that the people who are actually producing good material. I mean, you're not going to sit there and watch a television show that's shit.
No. Were you doing YouTube back when it was the star ratings?
Yes, I wasn't YouTubing at the time. I wasn't a YouTuber at the time, but I did watch YouTube. I didn't like the whole star rating shit. And the same as with, I don't like the whole thumb up, thumb down at all. And I'm not a big fan of comments either, because I understand how the market works. It works the same way as the video game market does. If you're making enough money from a YouTube channel or from any source whatsoever, whatever your market is, you're making enough money from your video game, what you could do is you can then hire an organization to thumb you up, to give you stars, to post fake ratings. It's going to make it look good.
Yeah, several YouTube people like, oh, you come try our service. We'll give you thumbs up or reviews or whatever, or comments.
No, I mean YouTube's making its own effort, to change its service so that the people who honestly deserve, who make good material, or at least material that a bunch of people want to watch. I mean, I don't watch PewDiePie. I don't like PewDiePie at all. I have no feelings towards PewDiePie. But look at the number of subscribers he's got. Look at the number of views he gets per video.
Yeah.
He's he may be doing shit that I don't like, but I don't like The Young and the Restless, but that frickin' soap opera has been running for how fucking long?
About 40 years or so.
All right, so I mean, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's shit. But there's some stuff out there that just is shit.
Yeah. And I think the big YouTubers don't care about the ads being blocked, because they can just go to Patreon and stuff and just do their stuff there.
Yeah, and really the big YouTubers don't have to worry about ads being blocked or anything like that, because they already have the subscriber base, they already have the viewer base to meet the requirements. They're not really suffering. They weren't touched by that at all. It was an attempt to change the foundation of YouTube system so that people who were producing shit and still getting paid for it stopped getting paid for it, to maybe weed out the slime. It was an attempt. I mean, whether it's been successful or not, I can't say. You know, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors with YouTube. I don't know all of their numbers, but there must have been a reason why they did it.
I think a lot of people are going over to Twitch and Vimeo.
Some people, yeah. I mean, every time there's a change, you're always going to have, you know, people jumping ship. Now, Twitch wasn't always the way it is, and Twitch has made changes in the past, and Twitch has made changes in the past that caused people to jump ship too.
That's true.
I mean, if YouTube was the end-all be-all, there wouldn't be any other services. If Twitch was the end-all be-all, there wouldn't be any other services. You wouldn't have new services popping up all the time. You know, there are people out there who are just like, oh, I don't like these things about Twitch. I don't like the fact that they've done this and they've done that, and they start up their new streaming service, and it'll be, you know, like Caffeine, you know, this whole new streaming service that's out now. For gamers, by gamers, la-di-da-di-da, you know, and whether it comes off of the ground or not, I don't know. I don't really care. I've messed around a little bit with Caffeine. I don't like a lot of its functionality. I don't like the fact that I can't use Restream to stream to it as well. But I mean, it's a new service, so maybe as it grows, it'll be picked up by Restream. It probably will. But I don't like I don't like saying, you know what, fuck YouTube, fuck Twitch, fuck, you know, Vimeo, fuck all these others and shit. I'm gonna go straight Caffeine, because then I'm locking myself into one outlet.
Yeah, I like variety. I like spreading my content to different places, different variety.
Yeah, I like some of the things about Twitch. Some of the things about Twitch I don't like.
The only thing I like about Vimeo, I was thinking, the only thing about Vimeo is to do anything there. Really, you get it's a pay basically it's a pay thing, and apparently the stream on there you have to pay $75 a month.
Yeah, it's no, I don't see that benefiting me in any way, shape, or form. You know, there are things about Twitch I don't like. There are things about YouTube I don't like. But there's things about Amazon Prime I don't like, and there's things about Netflix I don't like, and there's things about Google I don't like.
Yeah, me too. We were talking about all that earlier. Apparently, let's see. I think on Netflix is that you have to wait an entire season for a show to drop, and apparently Amazon Prime is having difficulties with its delivery services. Apparently, they have according to my friend, they have unmanned delivery service. There's like unclothed people dropping off Amazon stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, because I've never actually seen an Amazon delivery actually happen. I get Amazon packages, and somehow they just miraculously appear on my doorstep. I kind of think that they use quantum teleportation. Or maybe they've initiated drone deliveries in Ohio, and I'm not aware of it yet. Which would be absolutely awesome. I haven't heard the buzzing outside of my door to tell me that a drone has delivered a package. I open my door and there's a package. I don't know how it happens.
Or
there's some voodoo.
Or maybe it's teleportation from Star Trek.
But yeah, there's things about every service that I've ever used online. There were things about it that I didn't like. But, at the end of the day, I'm sitting there going, which do I like more? Google or Lycos? I like Google more.
Yeah.
Now, which do I like more? For my personal taste, Amazon Prime or Netflix. I like Amazon Prime. It's got more of the shows that I prefer to watch, and it just offers me more benefits, too. I do a lot of Amazon purchasing, so, having that a lot of their shit is, free 2-day delivery through Amazon Prime, I'm happy with that.
Plus you get a free sub, too, from Twitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I need your opinion about. Thanks for appearing.
No, not a problem. Was I actually appearing in something?
Yeah, the podcast is on right now.
Oh, I didn't even know the podcast was on. Well, hello, Internet. I had no idea the podcast was actually on.
Only 2 people are watching anyway, so hey, 2 people watching.
Now that's freaking awesome. But yeah, that's just that's my take on it. It's not gonna Article 13 is not going to affect us here in the States at all. It's over in Europe. It may have an impact on YouTube as a company itself. They may have to change certain things behind the scenes, but it's not going to affect you or I posting shit to YouTube.
It probably will affect us if we like some European viewer content, I guess.
Yeah.
They get dropped.
See, yeah, I just read in the Wired magazine from the UK, blah blah blah. So what does this all mean? Boiled down, all this article is saying that any websites that host large amounts of user-generated content, like YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, are responsible for taking down that content if it infringes on copyright.
I thought they already were doing that, but I guess they weren't doing that in Europe, just in America.
Yeah. I like I said, I don't know. I know how these services operate here in the States. I don't know how they operate overseas.
All right. Well, thanks for being here again. Remember, learn stuff before you react to things, and never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. I'll see you next time. Bye.